I think that's better. Whoops. Just open up my, oh damn. I just popped my soda. My bad. All right, well, I just lost half of my soda. Hi, guys. It's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And this was a Diet Dr. Pepper that I was about to drink. Oh, man, what a mess. I just dropped it on the floor there. Hey, good to see you, Sangam. Bit size, good to see you. What's up, Mood? What's up? Rhythm, Pac-Man. Let me show you guys where I am. This is a very beautiful spot in Hong Kong. Look at that, guys. Look at that view. It is just gorgeous. Let me put my drink down real quick and do some more intros. Siddhartha, good to see you, man. Charman, good to see you, bro. Yeah, it's a gorgeous view, and it's a gorgeous day here. I just took the ferry over, and I'm here in Hong Kong Island side. Let me show you guys the other view this way. You can kind of see where I am. Right here on the coast of Hong Kong, and this is the entire island of Hong Kong. Shout out to Vaishnav, man. What's up, bro? Mazib, what's up? How you doing? Look at that beautiful view there. Hong Kong, sick. I'm telling you right now. And hey, sorry about the connection, guys. I'm gonna move out of this spot. It's got very low signal, so I'm gonna try to get to a better spot. I'll be able to do more live stream there. So let me take a little, let's keep going. But I am out of the office, TGIF to all of you. Thanks so much, Joe, I appreciate it. And so obviously I'm off work. In fact, I'm not even off work. I'm pretty much done with work. I don't know if you guys heard the news. You want to watch more ads, dude? Well, go ahead and watch as many ads as you like. Bro, any help that you can give me right now. Yeah, it's kind of lagging. I'm sure it is. Hopefully, I'm getting closer to like actual parts of town. That bird is really loud, isn't it? And apologies for that, guys. I did not know that coming out to the waterfront here, that the signal would be this bad. I did want to show you the views though. Got off the boat and it is a gorgeous buffering. Fuck. Well, you know, you have good ideas and they fail on you. That's been the story of the end of 2019 for me, man. It's been, you have a good idea and it just failed. And that's really kind of, this live stream is almost like it's the epitome of the end of 2019 for me, dude. I literally have tried so many things and they have failed, or I haven't been first on so many things and they failed. I'm moving towards the city, just so you see where I'm moving towards. All those buildings over there, that's where the Apple store is, all that stuff. And like I said, anything you guys can do to help me out, I really do appreciate it. As I get closer that way, the signal should improve a lot and I should be able to not be buffering at all. I didn't know that spot was so bad with internet. I had no idea. But let me show you guys now where I am this way. You can see there's a legislative council. There is Central. That's the way I'm going right now. It's like the big kind of nightlife spot in Hong Kong. There's my favorite building in Hong Kong, guys. You see that one right there? You see the one there with the two antennas? That is the Bank of China. That was built in 1989. And it's from a famous architect named I.M. Pei. I.M. Pei was actually the same guy, you know, the pyramid at the Louvre in Paris, the famous Mona Lisa Museum. He's the same architect who did that building. And when I first moved here when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I loved that building. It was just built. I loved it. And yes, rest in peace, I.M. Pei. He is passed away. It was very sad to hear that news. And I really did love his architecture. In fact, I studied architecture because of that kind of thing. What does Light Fury say there? Oh, thanks a lot, dude. Yeah, ads and sponsors. I definitely need to make the most of those things. I have a few sponsorship potentials right now, but a lot of them are under the provision that I actually get views too. So I need to figure out a way to get views. Here's the thing though, I'm not doing clickbait. I'm not, like, I know that if I start doing videos of the Redmi K30 and the K30 Pro, I'm gonna get a lot of views. I could literally start tonight if I wanted to. I could name this video the K30 Pro first look, and I'll probably get a bunch of views. But that's not the point. You know, the point is not to get a bunch of views. The point is to bring honest, genuine, straightforward content to you guys. I don't want to do that kind of thing. I don't want to resort to that kind of thing. If you see me doing a bunch of clickbait, then you know that I've thrown in the towel. You know what I mean? Like, I've given up on being a YouTuber, on being the Frankie Tech that you knew. Start reviewing leaks and stuff. Yeah, Light Fury, you know what? It's easy to kind of like just say that, and I'm not gonna lie, like I do know that there's success to be had in that. Thanks, Rude, appreciate it. I'm actually streaming from the iPhone, and I'll explain, guys, why in a second, but I'm on the iPhone again. I will probably switch my SIM card back though to the full this weekend. But I guess back to my point about, like, you know, clickbait content, you know, doing leak videos. The reason why leak videos are all the interest people, because people are interested in doing leak videos. It's because YouTube, the algorithm right now, it favors people reviewing phones first. And so if you think about it, leaks, the reason why leaks exist is because they are looking at details of phones and release. These are phones that are new, like the K30 Pro, like the S11, you know, like the iPhone 11. That always gets attention. Let me show you guys some more cityscape here. Look at that gorgeous view there. Beautiful afternoon. And we're coming up here to the well-known AIA. Well, not maybe not well-known to you guys, but this is the AIA. Hey, 24 Lanes Education. Good to see you, man. The beautiful Ferris wheel here in Hong Kong. It is a gorgeous day. It's been a gorgeous day. And there's a city in the background, as you can see. I'm walking. Hi, Victor. Good to see you. All the best to you from Russia. I dropped my Dr. Pepper, but I still have it right here. I'm still drinking it. Hong Kong is a gorgeous city. You know, you hear all the protests, all that bad stuff. And yet here I am on this really beautiful walk, and there's nothing happening right now. It's fine. In fact, it's going to be probably the most peaceful weekend in Hong Kong in the last like 6 months. Everyone's been kind of stuck in their homes. No one's been able to go out. You know, it's been a crazy time, and I'm so glad that there's a few things that happened in terms of the politics that just happened, very big things this week that I think will make a lot of people very happy. And so that's why I think we may have a very, very quiet, very kind of peaceful weekend. I really do hope so. It's also Thanksgiving weekend, and it's also anniversary weekend for me. Tomorrow I celebrate 6 years of marriage with my wonderful wife. I love you, baby. I know that I'm a piece of shit right now. I know that I'm struggling emotionally. I know that I'm really just like depressed at the moment. But I want you to know I love you, and happy anniversary, baby. We'll celebrate tomorrow in some way, shape, or form. So thank you so much. Yeah, 6 years of marriage, you know. They start adding up, you know. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Bit Size Game. 5 years is a lot, but you know, 6 years is just like one more year, I guess. You celebrate 5, 10 years. So happy to, you know, answer any questions you guys have. And just so you know, what have I been doing for like the past 30, 40 minutes? I'll show you what I've been doing. In fact, I'm gonna kind of take you in on a little bit of a, thank you so much, 24 Lanes, thank you. She watches some of them, but not too many, you know. She likes her jewelry and her stuff like that, so. But I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing, kind of so. I got my little Xiaomi bag here. This little bag I use, it's from Xiaomi. It costs like 30 Hong Kong dollars, literally $5 US. This thing is so good. Alex asks, how old am I? I'm 35, dude. I'm 35. I look a lot younger though, don't I? So, I have in here, take it out of the bag here. I carry kind of a few things in here. Typically I carry like my water bottle. You can see here, I got my water bottle. And then I also have, I'm using the tripod Joby right now. It's typically in this bag, but this little bag is awesome. It's a great little bag. You ask, what drink do I have in there? LaCroix. You gotta have a LaCroix on you, man. And I love this soda water. It's really good. And so I will definitely be drinking that in a second. But what I'm doing, let me show you guys what I'm doing right now. I have in here, you may see them. Can you see them there? They are the CC9 Pro Premium Edition and the Mi Note 10. So what do? I don't use a rig or anything like that. I'm very kind of just basic about the way I do stuff, but I'm gonna put this photo in the actual comparison. So that's a nice photo. And the CC9 Pro Premium Edition, there we go, 1, 2, 3. So I took that shot there. Now I'm kind of one-handing this, so I would normally do this at the same time. It wouldn't be like immediately like one after the other. But I'm gonna take the Mi Note 10 now with the same shot. You can see there, 1, 2, 3. So the Mi Note 10, as you see, processing photo. It takes a little bit longer sometimes, but there you go. There's the Mi Note 10. Just took that shot and it looks really nice. And you're kind of watching, this is kind of what I do with, with my process. So like I'm basically, I find an image that I like, which, just happens to be this beautiful AIA tower. And I just take photos of multiple things, try out the phones. I carry a bunch of phones around with me all the time, obviously. And here is the CC9 Pro Premium Edition, and it's a great phone. I gotta say, I just dropped my video earlier, and I am kind of leaning towards the Mi Note 10 still because of the global aspect. But this Premium Edition, there's like an extra level of fluidity that I feel with it, and it's great. I'm loving it. So I just take shots. We can like take a shot with, you can see there, 1, 2, 3. And if I want to get that in 108 megapixels, which is insane, 1, 2, 3. Gorgeous shots. Now I will say the processing takes a bit longer on this. Is YouTube your full-time career? It might have to be, Jason Jordan. I actually have a full-time job that I've been doing for the last 6.5 years. And last week I was made redundant. I lost my job. So I am now without a job. I have to find a full-time job again. I did admissions counseling for Harvard University through another US-based company. And honestly, it was a pretty good gig, When you're making 6 figures doing admissions counseling, that's a pretty good gig, but I'll find something else. Dr. Pepper Diet, that's what I'm drinking right here. And honestly, I would love to do YouTube full-time. I don't make enough money. Like I actually admire those YouTubers out there who are able to just make their living from YouTube. I don't know how they're doing it. They're probably hustling a lot. They're probably getting a lot of sponsorships. They're living paycheck to paycheck. It doesn't pay the bills, guys. It really doesn't. I have, what's the percentage of that beer? Let's see. It's 0 calories. That means it's not a beer, bro. It's 0 This is a Dr. Pepper, okay? Dr. Pepper. It's not a beer. Anyway, so like I really would love to do YouTube full time. I think back in the day, you could have made a couple thousand US dollars a month on YouTube and be all right. I'm not making $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 per month on YouTube. Like I could easily make, 1,000 in my best months, 2,000 a month on YouTube. But that's not enough. That's not enough to make like, the 5,000 or 6,000 to really say, oh, I'm set, and that's really the case. So YouTube is a great supplementary income. YouTube is like a passion. Obviously, YouTube is something that I love to do. But if anything, right now, it's a good thing to have because I can still focus on something. It'll still pay some of the bills, but it's not going to be a full-time thing. I do need to find a new role in my just typical job. Yeah, full-time YouTuber is a lot of work, and everyone's trying to be YouTuber. It does help to have subscribers. I'm glad and I really appreciate all your support. But I will say this is now kind of my rant against YouTube. I have 105,000 subscribers, approaching 104,900. I have not received any messages from YouTube about my creator award, anything like that. I'm worried. I'm like thinking, okay, is there something I did wrong? Is there something I said? Like, I don't know. Did they say I did too many giveaways? I have no idea. Oh, Joyne, good to see you. There you go. And I appreciate compliments about my look. Thank you. Anyways, like, I don't know what happened with YouTube. They haven't messaged me. I've reached out to some other creators and they've told me like kind of similar deal. Like they've hit 100,000 subscribers and YouTube just hasn't reached out to them yet. It could be that it takes a long time. There's a lot of channels to actually get to 100,000. You may be waiting months until they reach out. But I guess the good news is for me, like, it's pretty early on. It's only been like about a month and a half since I hit 100,000. So I'm not like too worried about it yet. But let's say in about like 6 months, if I haven't heard anything and they haven't messaged me, then I'm gonna reach out to them and be like, what the F, dude? Like, what the F? And if they tell me, sorry, you know, you're not getting it, then I'm gonna be pissed because I have not done anything to inflate my numbers. I've done giveaways out of kindness. I've never done clickbait. I just do the content that I would love to watch and do. That's all I do. And I don't understand why they haven't reached out, but hey, you know, if they're taking their time, that's fine. I'm not gonna like cause any problems right now. If they do, they do, and if they don't, they don't. So that's a good question, but I hope that answers it. And we're truly grateful for it. Well, I'm truly grateful to have had the opportunity to share with you guys this whole time too. Yeah, Dr. Pepper, you're right. I'm probably gonna get demonetized for this because I keep talking about product placement or something. I'm gonna probably get demonetized for this video, but it's okay. All I can say, guys, is I do appreciate all the support for having been there with me. Yeah, dude, YouTube is so weird. I don't understand what they're doing. They're really alienating a lot of the creators in the community. When I started last year in 2018, I don't know, like, I didn't know all this stuff. I just got into it because I thought, hey, YouTube's a platform. That's where you do it. That's what I did. But now, as I'm kind of getting further into it, I'm telling you, it's a weird situation, like, to see this big platform really kind of turn their backs on creators, and it's just not cool at all. I saw a question there. What are my thoughts on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro? Dude, the Note 8 Pro, I was not a fan of. I'm not lying to you. Like, a lot of people gave me some real, like, I got a lot of hate for not liking the Redmi Note 8 Pro. It was not my favorite phone. I liked the Redmi Note 8. Let's see what they do with the Redmi Note 9, because for me, at least, the Redmi Note 8 Pro was not my favorite. Now, I've heard those reports about MediaTek is basically gonna be in every single Xiaomi phone in 2020. If they do that, not like for me right now, like, I'm not gonna say it's a mistake, but initially a lot of people will think it's a mistake. MediaTek needs Xiaomi more than Xiaomi needs MediaTek. Right now, the perception of MediaTek as a processor, as a reliable chip that doesn't overheat, that doesn't have gaming issues, that chipset, the company and just the whole perception of it needs help. Maybe Xiaomi is thinking, we're gonna just put it in every single phone so everyone just gets used to it and everyone learns all the MediaTek names, G90T and the Helio P30 and all this stuff, and eventually they just accept it. So it's almost like they're gonna just try to force MediaTek onto Xiaomi fans, and they're just gonna love it regardless, because guess what? You love Xiaomi, you have brand affinity to Xiaomi, and now we're gonna stuff MediaTek down your throat. You're gonna become a big proponent and a big believer in MediaTek and everything we say. So I think that's what they're gonna do, and honestly, that's great, but I'm a Snapdragon man. With my Android phones, I really do love Snapdragon, and we'll see what happens with the K30. Realme X2 Pro or K20 Pro, that was a tough one. I think I still like the K20 Pro for the software, for kind of the beautiful bezel-less display, but the X2 Pro was a great device. I was so painful to sell it last week when I was like, when I lost my job and I was just so, yeah, exactly, brainwashing bit size, that's right. When I was so depressed last week, and I felt like I needed to do something to just make some more money. I needed to like sell something. It was almost like therapy. I just had to sell off phones. And one of the phones that I really felt bad about doing it with was the Realme X2 Pro. I wanted to keep that because it's an important phone, kind of like the Mi 9T Pro. I sold it along with the 7T, the Realme X2. If you haven't seen my kind of video about what happened to me last week, go and check it out because I'm going through some serious, professional situations right now. And selling off, I sold off like 5 phones and I made back like 10,000. It felt better and I had some money in my pocket, and at the same time, just like, who knows? We'll see what happens in the future. I may even get the X2 Pro again in the future if I get a job soon. What do I think Xiaomi is switching? Yeah, I think that's my major worry as well. The imaging aspect of their chips is not the best. And Snapdragon, they have such a kind of stranglehold on also the GPUs, but most importantly, I think it's the perception. You're talking about brand perception here, and Snapdragon has built up that brand perception over like 10 years. And MediaTek, they've been trying for the last 5 years. And I tried some MediaTek phones before, and they were good. They were okay, but there was always something that came up. I remember now the name of the phone that I used that had issues. Now, I'm not sure if that was the MediaTek version, but I had this Nubia phone back in the day, and it had a MediaTek processor, and it's the only phone that ever died on me. I was so upset about it, and I just swore off MediaTek for I was like, I'm done with that. So let's see here. Redmi Note 8 Pro is now around 170 bucks. Well, look, here's the deal. If you can get that phone for 170 bucks, great. But there were other things I didn't like about it. I didn't like the fingerprint scanner placement. I didn't like, the phone just felt really kind of heavy, really kind of just like thick. I just didn't like the feel of it. I liked just kind of the feel and the look of the regular Redmi Note 8 more. I was more a fan of the regular Redmi Note 8 than the Note 8 Pro. But I know that a lot of you out there didn't feel that way. And if you like the phone, then go for it. If you want a MediaTek G90T in your phone, go for it. I personally would rather use a Snapdragon 665 over a G90T. And that's crazy to say, but from the perception, from the brand perception side of things, I don't mind. I don't care. I'll even use the 670 in the Pixel 3a over the G90T. That's me. I'm speaking for myself, but you know what? Whatever you feel about specs and performance and all this stuff, that's up to you. If you want it, and if you want the Redmi Note 8 Pro, go buy it. Then, congratulations. That's it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, no MediaTek for him anymore. That's what Alex says. And he had a phone that he basically felt really cheap. I think they need to make some inroads. They're obviously going to try to kind of get into that. But honestly, it's not going to be for everyone. And I think a lot of people have already kind of made their decision on the MediaTek processors. They don't want to get a chance. I do think though Xiaomi trying to put it in every single phone, they're going to change the brand perception of MediaTek by force. They're just going to kind of force all their Mi fans, all their Mi followers and lovers to just accept MediaTek. And I think in a year's time, most of the Mi fans out there, all the Xiaomi fans, are going to be like, MediaTek's the greatest. MediaTek's amazing. I love MediaTek. Like, it's Snapdragon? No, like, it's MediaTek, baby. MediaTek represent. It's like, this is what happens, guys. After a year, people are going to be obsessed with the new MediaTek chips, and they're going to just overlook the fact that their chipsets are getting a little hot, that they're not performing as well, that basically they're just not as good chips because they're cheaper. That's why Xiaomi's buying them, because they're cheaper. And because they buy cheaper chipsets because they want to make more money by selling cheaper phones or more affordable phones. That's business. That's how it works. And obviously they're getting a good deal out of MediaTek to just say, we're going to put them all in all our phones. Like, business, guys, business. I have an MBA, okay? Trust me, I've studied this stuff, and I can tell you this is a completely business decision. They don't feel like, oh, all of a sudden now, like, they love MediaTek and they hate Snapdragon. It's a business decision, guys. No way Xiaomi would do that. That's the Sangam's laugh, and that is the kind of rumor that they will be putting them in most phones. K20 Pro, you've been asking this question, Hudson. Let's answer it. White or blue? I haven't even tried the white one, so I can't even tell you. I'm sure it's beautiful, but I'm gonna go with the blue because I have the Mi 9T Pro in blue, and it is gorgeous. That gorgeous glacier blue, I think it's called. I love it. So anyways, guys, just wanted to share with you here a little bit. I should start a Patreon, you're very right, and I need to kind of set that up, but I do appreciate the support. Patreon is one of those places where you can kind of show that support. So if there's, some ability to be able to do that, the one thing I need to explore is if I can actually do one from here in Hong Kong. Because if I was in the States, I could do one immediately and it wouldn't be an issue. But thanks for the option, for the advice there. I will take it into heart. And let's just answer one last question here. I think I saw one. What do I think of Hong Kong-based smartphones? Give me some names, because I'm not really sure of which ones you're talking about. But I do love a lot of phones that aren't like China phones. You kind of know what you're getting, kind of thing. So there are some other kind of manufacturers out there that I do feel I haven't given as much kind of attention to. So I think one of you guys asked, YouTube membership. So like, it may be when you hit 100,000 subscribers, but then again, YouTube, being weird, they're maybe not giving me that option. I don't know why. So, hey, Big House Productions, thank you so much, my friend. I really do appreciate it. And to Big House Productions, I'm telling you guys right now, like, all of these donations, even like €1 or one INR, whatever you guys can offer me, like, that is a major. It's not even so much about the money. I think it really is just a show of support. So to you, my friend, I got to say thank you so much. And to Big House Productions, I got to ask you, man, what do you do? And if you want to shout out your stuff here on my channel, go ahead and do it. Put that on in the live chat, and I'll be happy to let everyone know as well. So I appreciate that as well. Yeah, everyone's into tech. Yes, you are the exception. You know what? I've always thought that the pop-up was only going to last one generation. Do you guys remember the Mi Mix 3? Do you remember the Mi Mix 3? It was the slider phone. And I hated the Mi Mix 3. I was like one of the few people out there who was like, this is a gimmick. I don't like the screen moving up and down. It was annoying. Because I always wiped my screens, and every time I did, it would move, and I was just like, there's got to be a better way to do this. Like, the pop-up was the answer. And what happened to all the, what's the Mi Mix 4? Are there any more slider phones? Have you seen any more? They're gone. They disappeared. Why? Because there was a better approach to making a full screen display. So the pop-up was the response to that. Now, I feel like a lot of people are thinking, you know what? We don't want the pop-ups. We want a little notch, a tiny notch, but we will take waterproofing. We will take a solid device that's all the way built. I've been saying that I didn't mind notches for the longest time. I know a lot of you notch haters out there really can't stand notches, and you probably are upset with this trend. But I guess what I'm really waiting for is the under-display camera tech. That's going to be the best, and I can't wait for that, because a lot of that, it will pretty much solve all of those issues that we've had with notches, with pop-ups, with sliders, everything. It's just going to be a camera under the display, so I'm really excited about that. You're not a YouTuber, but love multiple devices and others' content. Well, thank you so much, bro. And I'll tell you, I also love my devices, because let me show you the devices I have on me right now. I have this is the Mi Note 10. I have this is the CC9 Pro Premium Edition. What else is in this bag of fun right here? Believe it or not, I have the Pixel 4 XL that I just brought out just for fun. He's on the ride. He's not really doing anything. The Pixel 4, he's just kind of hanging out. He's in the bag. He's going, wee! He's putting his arms up, He's just chilling. He's chilling in the bag like a lapdog, and he's just chilling in there, and he's fine. So that's the Pixel 4 XL. And last but not least, in my pocket is, and yes, you know, you're like, you should sell some of these phones, Frankie. I know. The Galaxy Fold. And this phone, as you can see, is probably the best, coolest phone I've ever used in my entire life. I'm probably going to switch my SIM card to this Galaxy Fold after this live stream. I'm missing even a day of using this as my favorite. Thank you, Big House. I do appreciate it. Now, obviously, as I start losing my job, and as the months go by, I hope I can find a job soon to be able to keep this phone. But if I do need to sell the Galaxy Fold, I mean, it's the first one that's going to have to go. It's so expensive, but it's such an awesome device. Even my wife was like, Frankie, just like, don't worry. She was like, just don't worry. Keep the Galaxy Fold. It is such a cool device. And I agree, it is such a cool device. Lau, good to see you, man. Jean-Michel. Yeah, you're joining to this live stream here and just hanging out here in the beautiful, let me show you guys the views. Beautiful Hong Kong, coming up to sunset time. And I was just walking on the waterfront here in gorgeous Hong Kong. No protests happening this weekend, and it's a nice quiet weekend. What happened to your job? Well, you should go check out the video. It's called Frankie Tech Update. I explained the entire story. In summary, I was made redundant last week, and my entire office of Hong Kong was closed. The 8-person team that I had been kind of leading there since 2013. I've been working there for 6.5 years, was closed. The US company is shuttering its business, and I basically have no job as of December 31st. That's the last day of employment for me. I'm still technically working, but let's face it, we're pretty much done. So that's kind of the long story short there. And it sucks because I have to find a new job. I didn't do YouTube. A lot of people think you do YouTube full-time, but it's not that kind of work, to be honest. Just keep smiling, Idle Frankie. I'll keep smiling, man. Stay safe. No, all good here, man. I will not fold the fold backwards, man. That's not happening. But yeah, so here's the CC9 Pro. Rent a studio. Yes. Psycho Nick, I do not get any like I cannot say that and like reiterate that more. I do not get any review units of any phone. Maybe I don't reach out to the companies as like I don't hustle as much as I should. I was doing this for fun. When I started, I did this for fun, and I did it for the same reason you guys do it, because I wanted to review phones, share my thoughts, and just have fun with it. But obviously now, I don't have a job. Maybe I should explore. Maybe I should reach out to these companies for some review units. I don't write for journalism either. I don't write for a newspaper or anything. A lot of the journalists, like Ben's Gadget Reviews, for example, he gets all free devices because he writes for a lot of publications, some great publications like SEMP or Forbes and all this stuff, and he gets free review units as the kind of the tech writer for those publications, and then he just happens to do his YouTube channel as well. I'm not a journalist. I would love to get into that though, because imagine how cool a job, right? You can literally review stuff for free. You don't ever have to spend your own money. You will be first in the views because you get early access. But he travels a lot. I gotta give him credit, man. I see him traveling all the time, and I'm here in Hong Kong most of the time. So there is a sacrifice to having to review a lot of these units, a lot of these phones first. It really is true. So yeah, just keep swimming, man. But not in there, dude. That water is nasty. Start a Patreon because Super Chat isn't available in all regions. That's true, man. That is super true. And I definitely will look into Patreon probably first and foremost. And if there's a way to do something nice with you guys, I would love to do kind of Patreon focused content. I would love to especially be able to share some freebies with you guys if you are Patreon members. I do have Frankie Tech merch as well. Go check out the merch. There's some cool new shirts that I've added in the merch section, especially there's a V-neck, there's a tri-blend shirt that I just redid with a better version of the logo. It looks really great. I have the shirt at home and I should wear it in my videos more often. Which do I prefer, the CC9 Pro or the Mi Note 10? I mean, that's pretty much the question I'm trying to answer right now. But I will say, here's a kind of a little tidbit. I'm looking at these photos and I'm not noticing that much of a difference. There were a few moments kind of shooting against the sun where I did notice a bit of a difference and saying like, okay, maybe this is where the CC9 Pro Premium Edition is getting an advantage. But when you just like taking a normal shot, I don't think the difference is as pronounced as I think Xiaomi is claiming it to be. And I guess that's the point. Why did they even create this variant? Why didn't they just put the P8 glass in every single version of the phone? So that's a really good question. What are my thoughts on the Poco F2? Dude, that phone is like, gosh, it's like the unicorn of unicorns. That thing, if it ever does come out, is going to be the most hyped video on YouTube. I was first with the Pocophone F1 last year. I was one of the first. Now look, being first is not the most important thing, but I also was like, I just went deep with that phone. I reviewed it to death. I went to the States with it. I traveled with it. I love using my phones and using them deeply and just going really kind of to the max with these phones. And so if there is a Pocophone F2, I will totally review that thing. I would love to be able to do that. And if the Poco F2 turns out to be kind of like a rebranded CC9 Pro Premium Edition, then that's kind of a pity, because for me, the Poco F2 is not about the cameras. The Pocophone is about performance. The Pocophone, that is the story of it. F1 is related to, right? Formula One is related to speed, is related to being an amazing device that actually, like, just, it's a device that is all about power. And so I would love, this is my perfect dream Pocophone. Let me show you the specs right here. It's very simple, super simple. Take the Mi 9T Pro, right? Mi 9T Pro. Give it like a plastic back. I don't even care about glass. Make it kind of plastic, but hardened, very nice looking plastic. Put a pop-up on that thing, I don't even care. Same display, same performance. Slightly better cameras, maybe. Maybe you put like 4 cameras or 3 cameras, whatever. In-display fingerprint. Basically, give me the Mi 9T Pro with a slight plastic back. Snapdragon 855 Plus. Not regular. It's about performance, like I said. Regular. 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, and give it to me for $299 US. Give me that phone, Xiaomi. Give me that phone, and I will literally buy 3 of them. I will sell every other phone I have. I'll buy 3, I'll give away one of them, and I'll keep the other 2 for just comparisons for the rest of the time. Like, I still have my Pocophone F1, and I absolutely love it. And can you imagine a phone like that? Can you imagine a Snapdragon 855 Plus phone with a plastic back, exactly the same as the Mi 9T Pro, and have it cost, so what is that in Indian rupees? I think it would be probably like 16,000 or something like that. 16 or 17, I forget. Like, but imagine that phone. Imagine that phone costing that little, $299 US for a Snapdragon 855 Plus and 8 gigs of RAM. I think the world will pretty much like implode into itself. Like the universe will just blow up like at that point. And I would be probably more excited than anyone else for it. So Xiaomi, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but Pocophone F2, just make a cheap Mi 9T Pro with the latest specs, the latest chipset, and sell it for $299. You have the ultimate winner on your hands, like, of all time. Anyways, that's it for this live stream, guys. I've gone, yeah, $299 US Snapdragon 850. I think they can do it. I think they can do it, man. If they can do it, if they could just make the Mi 9T Pro with a plastic back and charge $299, I would buy the hell of that out of that thing. Even an 855 would still be a great price point. But 855 Plus, Pac Mac Doe, dude, thank you so much, bro. right? Agreed. Big House Production agrees that it's not about, like, the Pokephone is not about the build quality. It's not about like really premium materials. It doesn't need, there are other phones in the market that do that already. So the Pokephone is about performance. You got that liquid cooling in there. Put in the top of the line chip that you can and make it for the gamers, make it for the diehards who care about not the other stuff. Yes, you want a decent camera, but just put in the IMX 586, put in, like, you know, the usual triple camera setup, and just make it the best damn phone for $299 that, like, you know, Unbox Therapy would unbox that shit, and he would say, this is the new value champ right here. I gotta say it. It's the new value champ, guys. Oh, what am I saying, guys? It's the new value champ. That's what he would say. That's you know, Lou. That's what he would say. So, Pacmado. Sorry, Pacmado. I think that's Pacmado. Pacmado. Sorry, bro. 865 is coming. 855. Give Kurt Angelo Tarlid shout out. There you go, man. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this live stream. I'm gonna wrap this up and go into town. My friends are waiting, hopefully. And once again, Big House Productions, really appreciate the donation. Really means a lot, especially with, you know, everything going on in Hong Kong, with all the protests, with all the kind of the unknowns and all kind of the insecurity that's happening here. We don't know what's happening in this town, but hopefully we'll get somewhere soon. Entertaining stream. You're welcome, Darude. Let's do some outros here real quick. Let's do some outros. Thanks, Pac-Man Dude. Thank you, Darude. And to all you guys here, Lau, more live streams. Okay, well, I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate the donations, even if it is like $1. Like I said, it doesn't matter, because it really is more about just your appreciation and us being together. And you don't need, you know what, forget about that too, because even if you're just here supporting me, guys, yeah, don't skip ads. Honestly, all that stuff really helps. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and I do appreciate it. So Shafi and Tex, good to see you, man. N7 Neat, thank you so much. Sangam, thank you so much. Just keep swimming, baby. Just keep swimming. And this is where I leave you by saying, let's do it together. Gorgeous. Look at that gorgeous time in Hong Kong there. Let's do it. Kurt Angelo, Tarly, let's see it. Lau, see you. This is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one, guys. TGIF. See ya. Take care, Alexander.